Hi there, this is Ranjit, and as you can see, I'm not in my office, sort of traveling in Delhi. But I thought of making this video that is a comparison between the Mi A1 and the Moto G5 S Plus. I've already posted its in-depth review where I compare the pros and cons, but still I've been getting a lot of questions from you guys, and you guys are confused which one of these is the better handset for you. And guys keep asking me which is the better handset, Ranjit, which one would you like? It's not about me, because guys, you need to understand everybody's requirement is very different. So in this video, I'm going to give you the practical differences. I've noted down the 15 differences that these handsets have, and based on that, your particular requirement, decide which one is better. I feel both these handsets for the price offer very good value, but yeah, they differ quite a bit in how they execute. In some areas, I would say the Mi A1 goes ahead, and in some areas the Moto goes ahead. So let's get on with this review. And first, let's talk about the build quality. And here I would say both the Moto G5 S Plus and even this Mi A1 are top notch in build quality. You're getting that metallic build quality, and I have to say, in this price range, both of them offer almost one of the best build qualities that I've seen. Yes, we have other smartphones also that have a metallic body, but this one is a level up, both the Moto G5S and the A1. So in terms of build quality, I'm sort of neutral. But now if we talk about the in-hand feel, how the phone feels in your hand, yes, in terms of screen size, both are same, having a 5.5-inch 1080p screen. But when you, in terms of in-hand feel, I would say the Moto G5S feels slightly better because the back of that is slightly curved, whereas on this Mi A1, as you can see, it's completely flat. So when you hold the phone, I would say the Moto G5S Plus feels slightly better in the hand. But again, don't get me wrong, even this you get used to it. But yeah, in terms of in-hand feel, I would give the vote to the Moto G5S Plus. Now if we talk about LED notification light and how you get the notifications, with this Mi A1 we have a physical LED notification light. It's just in one color, that is white, but yeah, you have that physical LED notification light. In the Moto G5S Plus, Motorola does not use the physical LED notification light, and you have to rely on the Moto display. That means whenever you get this notifications and stuff, the display lights up, and that way you get the notifications. So it comes down to personal preference. If you can't live without a physical LED notification light, then the Mi A1 would be for you. But again, I feel the Moto display works most of the time. Now moving to the speaker, both of them are having a single speaker at the bottom, so both have mono speakers. But if I have to pick only one based on the speaker, and don't get me wrong, both of them have a adequate speaker. It's not like the speaker is very tiny on each of them. But if I have to pick a winner in this one, I would say the Mi A1 would go ahead. The Mi A1 speaker is a lot louder compared to the Moto G5S Plus. Now if we talk about the audio via the headphone jack, here clearly even the Moto G5S Plus has good output via the headphone jack, but clearly in terms of output from the headphone jack, I would say the Mi A1 blows away anything in this price range. Not even the Moto G5S Plus, but even some of the smartphones that are much higher in price. This one is having a dedicated headphone DAC, and it can drive very heavy headphone also without any issue. So if you're sort of a music lover and if you listen to a lot of music, I would say definitely the Mi A1 will go ahead. One of the best, I would say, from the audio via the headphone jack that I've seen in this price range. Now if we talk about the Moto has some different stuff, like for example it has the Moto gestures and stuff. If you've used any Motorola device, you'll be aware of that. For example, with the Moto G5S Plus also we have that. The Moto display is there for notification, but even we have that if you just double chop your phone, the torch light comes, and if you just double twist, you get the what do you say, camera. So those options are there, but we don't have something like that on the Mi A1. Now moving to the processor, RAM and storage, here I would say it's the same on all of them. Both these devices are powered by the Snapdragon 625 chipset, and it comes with 4 gigabytes of RAM and 64 GB of internal storage. So in terms of raw specs, and even the screen size is the same, 5.5-inch 1080p. So in terms of raw specs, both are equal, so you don't have to worry about them. But now if we talk about the daily usage, here also I would say both of them perform very well. So as a smartphone, both of them have actually performed very well. In terms of daily usage, I didn't have problem with either of these devices. And also in terms of what do you say, RAM management, the RAM management has been done very well on both these devices. The Motorola is also almost stock, I would say, but it has some extra Moto apps like for the Moto display and Moto actions and stuff. And also the camera app is sort of customized. But apart from that, it's almost stock. And obviously, the Mi A1 is stock Android. As you can see, it's a Google Android One device. Yeah, see, the Xiaomi has customized a few apps like the camera app and the Mi remote and stuff. But apart from that, I would say if closer to stock experience, I would say the Mi A1 would be that. But again, they are very close. Even the Motorola phones are close to stock Android. And in terms of daily use, that is daily performance, I would say I did not notice any lagginess on either of these phones. So that should not be your criteria. But now if we move to the battery life, again here with the typical days usage, I'm just talking as a regular user, I would say both of these smartphones can easily last you for a typical working day without any issues. Even if you're moderate to moderately heavy user, it will last you for a typical day. But if I have to pick a winner here, I would say the Mi A1 was giving me slightly better battery life. In terms of screen on time, the Mi A1 was almost giving me for, about 50 to 60 minutes more screen on time compared to the Moto G5s Plus. So if battery is your highest criteria, I would say this Mi A1 wins. Now, if we talk about the Android updates, here I would say I would give the vote to the Mi A1 because it's an Android One device and Google has promised updates for this device for the next 2 years. So you don't have to worry about it. It's an Android One device because that means it has a backing of Google. With Android updates regarding to the Moto G5s Plus, yes, it will also get the Android Oreo update. But in terms of Android security update, Motorola is lacking like crazy. We just don't know when you will get the Android security update. Maybe once in 4 months, maybe once in 5 or 6 months. So if you are very picky about Android security updates and the fastest Android updates, then definitely the Mi A1 would be my pick. Now, if we talk about gaming performance, luckily in terms of gaming performance, both these devices actually perform very well. Again, I have already posted dedicated gaming reviews for both these devices, so you can check out that. So in terms of gaming, I would say I was neutral. Both of them perform very well in terms of gaming. Now, if we talk about the charging speeds, the Moto G5s Plus comes with a fast charger and it does support fast charging, whereas the Mi A1 comes with a standard 5 volt 2 amp charger and this one does not support fast charging. In terms of charging speed, I would say it's not a huge difference between these two, but yeah, definitely the Moto G5s Plus will charge slightly faster. I would say about 20 to 25 minutes faster than this Mi A1. But again, it's not like a day and night difference in my opinion. But yeah, fast charging, the Moto G5s Plus supports. This one simply does not support any fast charging. Now, if we talk about the screen quality, the good thing is that both of them, this is the Mi A1 as you can see, and the Moto G5s Plus, both of them have a very good quality screen. It's a 1080p IPS grade screen that we are getting on both these devices. And in terms of even outdoor visibility, both of them actually perform very well. So in terms of screen quality, I don't have a problem. You will be satisfied with either one of them. Now, if we talk about camera performance, here is the biggest difference, I would say, how these smartphones go about their camera implementation. And both of them are actually having that dual camera setup. First, let's talk about this Mi A1. With this Mi A1, the first camera is the regular camera that is known as the wide angle camera. But the second camera is actually a telephoto lens. That means you can zoom in 2x with the same. So if you are a person that would use the zoom feature a lot, I would say the Mi A1 would make sense. And also the Mi A1 also has that portrait mode. So yes, the portrait mode is easier to work on this Mi A1. So if you take a lot of portrait shots, this will be better. But one thing to note is that the Mi A1 in my testing, and I've tested it multiple times, in indoor lighting and low lighting situations, the camera pics that I was getting with the Mi A1 were not as good as the Moto G5s Plus. So I would say if you take a lot of pictures in low lighting conditions and artificial lighting conditions, the Motorola G5s Plus will go slightly ahead. It's not by a huge margin, but yeah, definitely the pics produced by the Moto G5s Plus in low lighting were better than the Mi A1. And now moving to the what do you say, portrait mode on the Moto G5s Plus. That is known as the depth mode that Motorola calls, and it works. You get that bokeh effect and stuff, but I feel it's not implemented very well. And whenever you take that photograph in that depth mode, once you click the shutter button, it almost takes about 5 or 6 seconds to process that photograph. So you cannot quickly take a lot of portrait photographs with the Moto G5s Plus. So that is one thing you have to note. But again, the Moto has some tricks. For example, if you take those depth shots, you can adjust the bokeh or the background blur that you call later on, just like the Note 8 has that option. And also you can change the background. If you want to change the background, you can do that with the Moto G5s Plus. That is not possible. But if you just simply want to take portrait shots easily, I would say the Mi A1 wins because of its simplicity and it's really fast. But again, do note that the portrait mode does not work simply well in artificial lighting and low lighting conditions. So that is one thing you have to be aware of. So the camera is the thing that differentiates these two products. So you have to decide if you're going to take a lot of portrait mode and you're going to use that zoom feature a lot, then maybe the Mi A1 would be better. But again, if you take a lot of pictures in indoor lighting conditions and low lighting conditions, then the Moto G5s Plus would be better. And again, if you feel that you would like to change the background of the image once you have taken it, those options are possible on the Moto G5s Plus. Yes, I know it's difficult, but you have to decide what is important to you. In terms of camera, both these smartphones are touting as camera smartphones, but I would say that's not the whole truth, because simply speaking, I have tested a lot of devices. They simply cannot compete with the camera smartphones that are the flagship camera smartphones. For example, Xiaomi was comparing the Mi A1's camera to the iPhone 7 Plus or the OnePlus 5. Those cameras are a lot better. So again, decide based on the camera needs that you have. But again, if you start comparing the cameras on both these devices to flagships, then you would be disappointed. And lastly, it comes to the pricing. The Mi A1 is priced slightly lower. It is available in India for 15,000, whereas the Moto G5s Plus is priced at 16,000. So I say it's not a huge price difference, but again, there is a price difference. So these were the 15 differences that I have noticed regarding the Xiaomi Mi A1 and the Moto G5s Plus. Now it's up to you to decide which one is a better smartphone for you. Again, go over the points, and I would say tick mark in a book and see which one do you like more based on these 15 different points, and that should help you in making the right decision. And already have posted the in-depth review of the Moto G5s Plus and even this Mi A1. Again, go through that video to get the detailed pros and cons between these devices. Link for those will be there in the description area. So guys, that's it for now for this video, and if you're still not subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video.